Hey guys, today I'm filming the finale for my Project 10 Pan Viewer's Choice Roulette featuring all high-end products. And if you guys are subscribed to my channel, you will know that about 2 weeks ago, I posted a video asking you guys to help me pick my products for my next Project Pan, which is going to be a Project 10 Pan Viewer's Choice Roulette featuring all drugstore products. And I wanted to give you guys an update on that series. So I was planning on doing the intro the next video after this one so I could work on these items for about 4 months. But when I really started to think about the items that I would be choosing, I'm wanting that to be a fall project. So I'm choosing all products that are going to work color-wise for what I like in the fall. So for August, I still want to use my summer makeup, especially because in September, I'm going to be at school, I'm going to be at my internship, so I can't wear these really fun, bright colors, and I'm not ready to give that up, and I want to continue using those in August. So when I thought about the products, I figured I might not even use half of them for the first month if I start this project now. So I decided that I am actually going to be taking a month break in between projects, and I am going to be starting that Project 10 Pan Viewer's Choice Roulette featuring all drugstore products in the very beginning of September. So I am still going to be going with whatever you guys voted for the NYX Butter Gloss, and then I'm also still going to be choosing the top 5 categories that you guys voted in that video. So everything is still going to be the same, but you're not going to see my intro in August. You're going to see my intro in September. So I'm only giving myself 3 months to work on these items, but hopefully I can do it. I feel like I will be able to because my makeup routine is probably going to be a lot more repetitive since I will be in school and at my internship. Life's going to be a lot more busy. So I think I'll be able to finish all of those things in 3 months. So now into these products, and I'm really happy because I was able to finish off everything with the exception of one, and it's something that I'm totally okay with. So I'm going to start off by showing you the things that I finished since my last update. And the first thing is the CoverFx Illuminating Primer. I am really surprised with how long this lasted me because this is a primer that I use all over my entire face. I was using it every day and it lasted me a really long time. This is a very nice illuminating primer. It has a really nice lotion consistency that just blends into the skin really easily. It leaves my skin feel a little bit hydrated, but the glow is so natural that I don't think you're going to notice it. And I know CoverFx is very expensive, so it's not something that I would recommend or repurchase. So the next item is something that you guys know that I love, the Bare Minerals Bare Skin Sheer Sun Serum Bronzer. I was using this every single day and it lasted me the entire project. It just blended into my skin effortlessly. I would put this over top of my foundation, then I'd set my face with powder and go over top with a powder bronzer. It was so natural, so beautiful. I think it had a good warm undertone without looking too orange. This also wasn't too dark for my skin. Absolutely love this. This is probably one of my favorite products I've tried this year. And I'm still not sure if I'm going to purchase it or not. So I'm going to take some time to think about it, maybe get another sample. But I asked you guys in some video where I talked about this if you guys had tried the Wet n Wild Cushion Bronzer. And since then, I've seen Kathleen Lates and Mariah Leonard feature it and really enjoy it. So I think I'm going to pick that up whenever I feel like I'm wanting a liquid bronzer again because I absolutely love the concept of a liquid bronzer. My next item that I finish is the Skindinavia Oil Control Makeup Finishing Spray. I put it in this Smashbox Primer Water packaging because the nozzle on this is amazing. It is such a fine mist. I'm definitely going to keep this and continue to use this with other products. So this line here is from my first update and this line here was from last update. So I finished all of that off, which wasn't hard. I just use this on a daily basis to set my makeup, and I think that this is a very nice setting spray. It is one of the better setting sprays that I've tried, but honestly I don't know if it actually prolonged the wear of my makeup, and because Skindinavia is quite pricey, it's not something I'm going to repurchase. And my last item is the one thing that I didn't finish. This is the Clinique Pop Lipstick in the shade Melon Pop, and I did try very hard. I took this with me to the beach as the only lip product that I was wearing, and I was reapplying this constantly. And what's so frustrating is that I am exactly at the same line where I was last time, but I have made progress because I thinned it out a lot. I was really focusing on the sides and not on the tip. So the tip hasn't worn down, but it's gotten a lot skinnier. So I did make some good progress on this, but I have stopped wearing it ever since I got back from the beach 2 weeks ago. And the reason for that is when I was at the beach, I thought I had gotten sunburn on my lips because they were really dry and itchy and they started to crack around the outside of my mouth. And so I was putting a lot of lip balm on, and then it was still really bothering me. I put aloe around the edges of my mouth because it wasn't my lips necessarily, it was the skin around my lips. And after a while I figured, I guess it's not sunburn. I think it's what's happened to me multiple times, and that it's from a lipstick that gave me a reaction from expiring. But the thing is that this Clinique lipstick was not old, and before the project I'd never used it before, so it was brand new. So I don't know if this has expired, or maybe it's just that my lips can't handle wearing the same lip product over and over and over and over again. I have no idea. I'm not sure what. I did end up sanitizing this with alcohol just in case there was any bacteria on it, and tried wearing it a couple more times, but I don't love this lipstick enough to want to push through and try to figure out what was going on with my lips. Part of me wants to know because I'm just so curious, but the other part of me just doesn't want to get my lips all functified again because it's so uncomfortable and takes so long to heal. So I have no idea what's wrong with me. I feel like I have so many like strange ailments and weird things happening all the time, but that's a big bummer. I would have loved to have finished this off, but I'm gonna go ahead and toss this. This was a pretty color. Sometimes I really liked it, other times it was a little too bright for me. The formula of this is very, very creamy. It's very comfortable, but it isn't long lasting at all. I feel like the formula is pretty similar to the Revlon Super Lustrous Cream Lipstick, so I would recommend buying those instead. But yeah, I am just going to end up tossing this lipstick. I'm okay with it. I made a lot of good progress because if I didn't put that in a project, I probably never would have used it. So now I want to show you guys the progress I've made on my palettes. And I am so incredibly excited because I was able to hit pan on all 3 of my shadows. I thought that was a really lofty goal, but I actually was able to achieve it. And as you guys know, hit pan on all 3 of my shadows. I thought that was a really lofty goal, but I actually was able to achieve it. And as you guys know, I had already hit pan on Bengal at my last update, but since then I have definitely expanded the pan. And while I was at the beach, I hit pan on the other 2 shadows, which is so incredible. So as you can see, I have a really good size pan on Gilded. And after I hit pan, I did use it a couple more times. And because the area around the pan was so shallow, the pan expanded quite easily. And then I also hit pretty major pan in the Anastasia single in the shade Birkin. I am just so proud of this eyeshadow pan progress because I have personally not hit pan on very many shadows in my collection, so this was a huge accomplishment for me, and I am so grateful for you guys suggesting that I try to pan a limited edition product. Otherwise, I never would have pulled out this palette to try to pan, and this progress never would have been made. So thanks to wearing this look so much this summer, I am absolutely head over heels with Birkin and Bengal. Birkin is now my all-time favorite warm transition color. Bengal is definitely my favorite warm tone crease color. And for Gilded, I do really like this one, but it isn't Holy Grail. It isn't my favorite. This is a really pretty golden bronze, but on my eyes, it just shows up a lot more of a shimmery brown, which I don't think is as special. Now I do put this over top of a more copper base to bring out some of that coppery undertone, which helps, but Gilded is not one of my favorite shades, which I'm happy about because that is a shade exclusive to this palette. But luckily Bengal is a shade that is sold individually, so once I finish up this eyeshadow, which who knows when that will be, I definitely plan on repurchasing it. And if I ever finish up Birkin, I do plan on repurchasing this one as well. I really, really love the formula of Anastasia single shadows, especially their mattes. And then I wanted to show you guys the progress on the Balm Meet Matte Nude palette. I was panning 2 different shades from this palette. So in my first update, I had hit pan on Matte Singh, which is the perfect peachy transition color I like to use with more neutral looks. And then we have Matte Malloy, which is a matte white that I use on a daily basis to set my brow bone. And as you can see, I've greatly expanded the pan. I didn't hit the top pan here like I was hoping to, but I've expanded the pan greatly. So now that I have given you guys my little mini reviews of the things that I finished over this last month, I really quickly want to go over the things that I finished up in previous updates and let you know whether I would repurchase them or not. If you want my more in-depth review and thoughts on the products, make sure that you check out those previous updates. So the first thing that I had finished is the Estee Lauder Double Wear Foundation in the shade 1W1 Bone. This is my #1 Holy Grail foundation. It is the only high-end foundation I currently have in my collection because others just don't compare. I have already repurchased this. I finished up this little 100-point perk of the Mercier Loose Translucent Setting Powder. I'm in love. This is one of the best under eye setting powders I've ever used. I am currently using the e.l.f. HD under eye setting powder. I think it is comparable, but it isn't as good as this. So I'm on the fence about whether I repurchase it or not because the e.l.f. does the job, but this is just so much better. And then I had my Lorac Take a Brow Kit in the shade Blonde, and my goal was just to hit pan, which I did on my last update. This is a discontinued product, and I did recently purchase a backup from the Lorac website because these were on sale for $9 with free shipping, so I definitely recommend you check it out. I'm really glad I have a backup, even though there's a ton of products still left in here because it is discontinued, and this is one of my all-time favorite brow powders. And then I finished the Pixi Lip Lift Max Plumping Lip Gloss in the shade Sheer Rose. This is just a little mini, and I was using this kind of as a conjunction lip product with the Clinique. So if I finished this one, I would be okay with the fact I didn't finish this. So everything worked out. I still finished 10 products. I really love this lip gloss. The formula is amazing. It feels so good on the lips, but it doesn't have a ton of pigment. This is something I would definitely contemplate repurchasing. I also finished the Cinema Secrets Makeup Brush Cleaner. This is the 2-ounce bottle, the best product to spot clean your brushes, specifically eye brushes. I love it for that. I have already repurchased it. And then I had some foil packet samples of cheek products. I had a sample of the NARS Laguna bronzer. This is a little bit too dark for me to bronze, so I would have to use it to contour. I do really like it, but it isn't something I purchased because I already have other contour powders that I absolutely love. Then I have a little sample of Benefit Doula Hoola, which is their liquid bronzer, but it has more of a creamy consistency than the Bare Minerals Serum bronzer. It is something I would love to get a sample of because I did really enjoy that one. And then I have the Sephora Colorful Blush in the shade number 5 Sweet on You, a beautiful pinky coral matte blush. I would contemplate purchasing this, but I do have so many similar shades in my collection, but it was really nice. Then I had the little trio of the Too Faced Chocolate Soleil bronzers in milk chocolate, regular chocolate, and dark chocolate. I would love to purchase milk chocolate. That's a beautiful bronzer for my skin tone. I already have a little deluxe size of chocolate Soleil that I can use to contour. Dark chocolate is a beautiful warm bronzer as well, but it's not made for my skin tone, so it isn't something that I would repurchase, but definitely the milk chocolate one. So guys, that was my finale for my Project 10 Pan Viewer's Choice Roulette featuring all high-end products. Thank you guys so much for suggesting all of these amazing categories. You guys are so creative and so fantastic, and I love all the suggestions that you guys have left me for my upcoming project. And again, you guys are going to see that intro at the very beginning of September. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. Please like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll talk to you soon. Bye guys.